Rolling. I'm Darius Francho from Still Chaos. I'm here to show a little what I do on the bass here and how I got started. When I first got the bass, I didn't really hit me. I just kind of sat there like have no idea, didn't really think about it. And then I put it in my closet for about a year. And then this guy came and told me about tablature, how to read. It's basically the idiot's guide to reading music. And where it's just like for the bass, well, on most basses, 4 strings, so there's 4 lines. And then like if there's a 5 on the bottom line, that's 5th fret, E string. So it took me about 3.5 seconds to figure that out. And so I just went and started learning songs that I was into. And then after I started to do that, I became obsessed. And then I just kind of started messing around and making, that's all I did. And I would just sit there and I would see like Cliff Burton was my biggest inspiration. So he used 3 fingers. So I would play like shit 1,000 times. I had no idea what I was doing, and then I would sit there messing around, and I would make noise. I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool. And then I would just kind of. And the more I did it, the more I messed around, the more I found that sounds cool. And then I would just sit there. And then I would just progressed from there. The more I figured out I couldn't. I tried to take lessons, and I just could not. I couldn't even sit there through the whole thing. Just had no, the E to the F to the. I just couldn't do it. So I just kept messing around, and the more I experimented with things, then I got, I would listen to some old Pink Floyd, and the guitar player had this sound, this like, and I'm like, wow, that sounds amazing. So I went, got a delay pedal. Another sound, and I'm like, wow, what does this do? And I just there would be no melody, no rhythm. I didn't know what I was doing. I just was like, wow, it's not great. The longer I did that, the more I started to remember where the notes were. Of course, then it was more like. Wow, I wonder what else is out there. And then I thought, why don't I try distortion? Back then, it was a little more taboo to use effects and things like that on your bass. So I do a little distortion. It's like, wow, what does that do? And then I just evolved from there. Then I got into slapping. Before then I was all like metal and heavy, like pissed off, angry music, and so I just stuck to one thing. But I went to Musicians Institute and I didn't learn anything from the classes, but from being around all those people and experiencing all the things that were involved in that and all the different music. It really opened me up to even more possibilities and sounds. And then I got into slapping. That's all I did. I would sit there and I would practice. I couldn't. If I'm aware that I'm practicing, it drives me crazy. It bores the hell out of me. So I just kind of like watching TV or just sitting there. Like got a little better. And then I started trying to get some rhythms. And then I started like, okay, why don't I do some melodies with that? And I didn't have people to play with back then very much, so I had to fill up the spaces, so it kind of pushed me, I think, to make more melody when I'm playing on the bass, and I didn't really think of it as a bass, I just thought of it as like what I use to make sound with. So I would fill it up, like make it like full, like. Basically it, and it just grew from there, and I've never stopped experimenting and trying to find new sounds and new things to evolve. Not even as, I don't think of it as a player or as this or that, it's just, it keeps me fascinated with what I'm doing in the music, and it makes it grow and evolve. Because the more sounds I can make, the more I can express what's going on, and that's about it.